श्री कुंज बिहारी श्री हरदास ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर महादेव हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Jai Shri Ram Sita Ram. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. When Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and onto the feet of all Vaishnavas. I offer my respectful obeisances onto the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami, along with his elder brother Sanatan Goswami, as well as the Raghunath Das and Raghunath Bhatt, Gopal Bhatt, and Srila Jeeva Goswami. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda and Advaita Acharya, all these. Oh my dear Krishna, you are the friend and distressed and source of creation. You are the most master of gopis and lover of Radharani. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I offer my respects to Radharani, whose bodily complexion is like molten gold and who is the queen of Vrindavan. You are the daughter of King Vishwahanu and you are very dear to Lord Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotee of Lord who can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like desire tree, and who are full of compassion for the fallen souls. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Gaur, Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. I offer my obeisances to Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasa, and all other in line of devotion. Bhagavad Gita is also known as Gita Upanishad, it is the essence of Vedic knowledge and one of the most important Upanishads in the Vedic literature. Of course, there are many commentaries in English on the Bhagavad Gita, and one may question the necessity of another one. The present edition can be explained in the following way. Recently, an American lady asked me to recommend an English translation of Bhagavad Gita. Of course, in America, there are so many editions of Bhagavad Gita available in English, but as far as I have seen, not only in America but also in India, none of them can be strictly said to be authoritative because in almost every one of them, the commentator has expressed his own opinions without touching the spirit of the Bhagavad Gita as it is. The spirit of Bhagavad Gita is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita itself. It is just like this that if we want to take a particular medicine, then we have to follow the directions written on the label. We cannot take the medicine according to own whim or the direction of a friend. It must be taken according to the directions on the label or the directions given by a physician. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita should be taken or accepted as it is directed by speaker himself. The speaker of Bhagavad Gita is Lord Sri Krishna. He is mentioned on every page of Bhagavad Gita as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagwan. Of course, the word Bhagwan sometimes refers to any powerful person or any powerful demigod. And certainly here Bhagavan designated Lord Sri Krishna as a great personality, but at the same time we should know that Lord Sri Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, as is confirmed by all great acharyas, spiritual masters like Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbark Swami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and many other authorities of Vedic knowledge in India. The Lord Himself also established Himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Bhagavad Gita, and He is accepted as such in Brahma Samhita and all the Puranas, especially in the Srimad Bhagavatam, known as the Bhagavata Puran. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Therefore, we should take Bhagavad Gita as it is directed by the personality of Godhead Himself. In the fourth chapter, the Gita Lord says, इमं विवस्वते योगं प्रोक्तवान अहम अव्ययम विवस्वान मनवे प्रवाह मन योरिक्ष वाके बलवीत इमं परंपरा प्राप्तम इमं राज ऋषियो विदुः स काले नेह महतो योगो नष्टो परंतपा स एवं मायाते दया योगाः प्रोक्ताः पुरातना भक्तोसी में सखा चेति रहस्यम ही एतद उत्तमम. Here the Lord informs Arjuna that this system of yoga, the Bhagavad Gita, was first spoken to Sun God, and the Sun God explained to Manu, and Manu explained to Ikshvaku in their way. The disciplic succession is speaker after another. This yoga system has been coming down, but in the course of time it has been lost. Consequently, the Lord has to speak it again, this time to Arjun on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He tells Arjun that he is relating the supreme secret to him because he is his devotee and his friend. The purport of this is that Bhagavad Gita is a treatise which is especially meant for the devotee of the Lord. There are three classes of transcendentalists, namely the Jnani, the Yogi, and the Bhakta, or the impersonalist, the meditator, and the devotee. Here, the Lord clearly tells Arjun that he is making him the first receiver of a new parampara, disciplic succession, because the old succession was broken. It was the Lord's wish, therefore, to establish another parampara in the same line of thought that was coming down from the sun god to others, and it was his wish that his teaching be distributed anew by Arjuna. He wanted Arjuna to become the authority in undertaking the Bhagavad Gita. So we see that Bhagavad Gita is instructed to Arjun especially because Arjun was a devotee of the Lord, a direct student of Krishna and his initiate friend. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is best understood by a person who has qualities similar to Arjun. That is to say he must be a devotee in the direct relationship with the Lord. As soon as one becomes devotee of the Lord, he also has a direct relationship with the Lord. That is very elaborate subject matter. But briefly, it can be stated that a devotee is in a relationship with Supreme Personality of Godhead in one of five different ways. One may be devotee in passive state, one may be devotee in active state, one may be devotee as a friend or as a parent, or devotee as a conjugal lover. Arjun was in relationship with the Lord as a friend. Of course, there is a gulf of difference between the friendship and the friendship found in the material world. This is transcendental friendship which cannot be had by everyone. Of course, everyone has a particular relationship with the Lord, and that relationship is evoked by the perfection of devotional service. But in the present status of our life, we have not only forgotten the Supreme Lord, but we have forgotten our eternal relationship with the Lord. Every living being out of many, many billions and trillions of living beings has a particular relationship with the Lord eternally that is called Swarupa. By the process of devotional service, one can revive the Swarupa, and that stage is called Swarupa Siddhi, perfection of one's constitutional position. So, Arjun was a devotee and he was in touch with the Supreme Lord as a friendship. How Arjun accepted this Bhagavad Gita should be noted. His manner, his acceptance is given in 10th chapter. Arjun Uvacha परम ब्रह्म परम धाम पवित्रम परमं भवान पुरुषम शाश्वतम दिव्यम आदिदेवम अजम विभुम आहुस्त्वं रहस्य सर्वे देवर्षिर नारदस्तथा असितो देवालो व्यास स्वयं चैव भविष्य में सर्वं एतद् मन्ये यन्मामं वदासि केशवनाहि ते भगवान् व्याप्तिं विदुरदेवानादानवा. Arjun said, "You are the supreme Brahma and ultimate, the supreme abode and purified, the absolute truth and the eternal divine person. You are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and all pervading beauty. All the great sages like Narad, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa proclaim this of you, and now you all yourself are declaring it to me. O Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have to told me. Neither the gods nor demons or Lord know the personality. After hearing Bhagavad Gita from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna accepted Krishna as the Param Brahma, the Supreme Brahma. Every living being is Brahma, but the Supreme living being or the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Supreme Brahma. Param Dham means he is the supreme rest or abode of everything. Pavitram means that he is the pure, untainted by material contamination. Purusam means that he is the supreme enjoyer. Divyam, transcendental, Adi Devam, the supreme personal Godhead. Ajam the unborn and Vibhum the greatest, the all-pervading. Now, one may think that because Krishna was the friend of Arjuna, Arjuna was telling him all this by way of flattery, but Arjun just to drive out the kind of doubt from the minds of the readers. Bhagavad Gita sustains these praises in the next verse when he says that Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead not only by himself, by the authorities like the sage Narad, Asita Deva, Vyasadeva, and so on. These are the great personalities who distribute the Vedic knowledge as it is accepted by all acharyas. Therefore, Arjun tells Krishna that he accepts whatever he says to be completely perfect. Sarvam metad vatam manye, accept everything you say to be true. Arjun also says that the personality of the Lord is very difficult to understand and that he cannot be known even by the great demigods. This means that the Lord cannot even be known by personalities greater than human being, or a human being can be understood Sri Krishna without being his devotee. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita should be taken in up in the spirit of devotion. One should not think that he is equal to Krishna, or nor should he think that Krishna is an ordinary personality or even a very great personality. Lord Sri Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, at least there theoretically, according to the statement of Bhagavad Gita or the statement of Arjuna, the person who is trying to understand the Bhagavad Gita. Shri Kunj Bihari Shri Haridas 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 Shyama Pyari Kunj Bihari Jai Jai Shri Hari Das Dulhari Jai Jai Shyama. Those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender to demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. Bhagavad Gita 7.20 here it is plainly said that those who are directed by the lust worship the demigods and not the Supreme Lord Krishna. When we mention the name of Krishna, we do not refer to any sectarian name. Krishna means the highest pleasure, and it is confirmed that the Supreme Lord is the reservoir of Stair House. Sri Kunja Vihari Sri Haridas Chapter 1 Observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra Dharmkshetra Kurukshetra Samveta Yudhsava Dhritarashtra said Dhritarashtra Vacha Dharmkshetra Kurukshetra Samveta Yudhsava Mamaka Pandava Sheve Kimva Kuvata Sanjaya Dhritarashtra says after assembling in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, what did my sons and sons of Pandu do being desirous to fight? Bhagavad Gita is widely read theist science summarized in the Gita Mahatma. There it says that one should read Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly with the help of a person who is devotee of Sri Krishna and try to understand it without personally motivated interpretations. The example of clear understanding is there in the Bhagavad Gita itself. It is the way of teaching is understood by Krishna, who heard the Gita directly from the Lord. If someone is fortunate enough to understand Bhagavad Gita in that line of disciplic succession without motivated interpretation, there he surpasses all the studies of Vedic wisdom and all the scriptures of the world. One will find in the Bhagavad Gita that all that is contained in other scriptures, but the reader will also find things which are not to be found elsewhere. That is the specific standard of Gita. It is the perfect theistic science because it is directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Lord Sri Krishna. The topics discussed by Dhritarashtra and Sanjay is discussed in the Mahabharata form the basic principle for this great philosophy. It is understood that this philosophy evolved on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, which is a sacred place of pilgrimage from the immemorial time of the Vedic age. It was spoken by the Lord when he was present personally on this planet for the guidance of mankind. The word Dharmakshetra, a place where religious rituals are performed, is significant because on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the supreme personality of Godhead was present on the side of Arjun. Dhritarashtra, the father of the Kurus, was highly doubtful about the possibility of his son's ultimate victory. In his doubt, he inquired from his secretary Sanjay, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do? He was confident that both his sons and the sons of his younger brother Pandu were assembled in that field of Kurukshetra for a determined engagement of the war. Still, his inquiry is significant. He did not want to compromise between the cousins and the brothers. He wanted to be sure of the fate of his sons on the battlefield because the battle was arranged to be fought at Kurukshetra, which is mentioned elsewhere in the Vedas as a place of worship even for the denizens of heaven. Dhritarashtra became very fearful about the influence of the holy place on the outcome of the battle. He knew very well that this would influence Arjuna and the sons of Pandu favorably because the nature they were all virtuous. Sanjay was a student of Vyas and therefore by the mercy of Vyas, Sanjay was able to envision the battlefield of Kurukshetra even while he was in the room of Dhritarashtra, and so Dhritarashtra asked him about the situation on the battlefield. Both the Pandavas and the son of Dhritarashtra belong to the same family, but Dhritarashtra's mind is disclosed here, and he deliberately claimed only his sons as gurus, and he separated the sons of Pandu from the family heritage. One can thus understand the specific position of Dhritarashtra in his relationship with his nephews, the sons of Pandu, as in the paddy field of unnecessary plants are taken out, so it is expected from the very beginning of these topics that in the religious field of Kurukshetra, where the father of religion, Sri Krishna, was present. The unwanted plants like Dhritarashtra's son, Duryodhan and others would be wiped out and the thoroughly religious persons headed by Yudhishthira would be established by the Lord. This is the significance of the words Dharmakshetra and Kurukshetra apart from the historical the importance. Sanjay Uvacha Dashtva tu Pandavyadikam Vyudam Yodhanastada Acharyam Punga Samnya Raja Vichnam Parvita. Sanjay said, O king, after looking over the army gathered by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher and began to speak of these words. Dhritarashtra was blind from birth. Unfortunately, he was also bereft of the spiritual vision. He knew very well that his sons were equally blind in the matter of religion, and he was sure that he could never reach and undertake standing with the Pandavas. श्री गुंज बिहारी श्री हरदास हर हर महादेव शंभो ओम नमः शिवाय पार्वती हर हर महादेव शंभो श्री कुंज बिहारी श्री हरिदास श्याम प्यारी कुंज बिहारी जय जय श्री हरि दास दुलारी जय जय श्री हरि दास दुलारी जय जय श्यामा जय जय श्याम जय जय श्री वृंदावन धाम तटीय स्थान की जय बाकी लाल की जय स्वामी दास महाराज की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय श्री राम सीताराम जय राम जय जय राम इस्कॉन मंदिरों की जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की शिल प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय तटीय स्थान वृंदावन धाम की जय 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 श्री सीताराम हर हर महादेव पार्वती धरती माता की जय माता पिताओं की जय गौ माता की जय भारत माता की जय सारे विश्व की जय हो श्री गुंज श्री हरदास।